Here in Auckland, New Zealand, these 5 people had gone into the inquiries with very different practicums and very different questions, but perhaps due to being like-minded people under the same tutelage, they were to learn that they all wanted very similar things for their students. Chief among their findings was that increasing students' confidence and enjoyment was paramount to achieving their learning outcomes. Supporting this line of thought was Chapter 15 of St. George, Brown and O'Neill's book, Facing the Big Questions in Teaching, Purpose, Power and Learning. The Westerhoff wanted to know if she could raise student self-efficacy in mathematics to increase their achievements. The Nordberg sought to discover if oral debate could enhance students' persuasive writing. The Tay wanted if student voice and choice could improve students' interest and ability in reading. The Tilton wanted to increase student achievement and writing by implementing strategies to raise student self-efficacy. The Woodcock had the longest question of them all. We've managed to track down a female Westerhoff.
Lowy and Koirala discovered a correlation between self-efficacy and achievement in mathematics. I base my intervention on Hunter's model of mixed ability groups using differentiated problem solving in mathematics. My main focus was on a select group of students with low self-efficacy and below to average achievement. My intervention was successful in raising enjoyment in mathematics and working collaboratively in small groups. I provided positive and specific feedback and feed-forward to give students a sense of achievement and a next step to work towards. Students were enthusiastic about sharing their mathematical thinking and engaging in rich classroom discussion.
Oh, and here comes along a lesser-spotted Nordberg.
A great deal of research points to verbal debate supporting persuasive writing. My intervention consisted of 3 verbal debate lessons. After class discussion, it was agreed that using persuasive language combined with facts make an argument stronger. For each lesson, a change to the score was proposed. The class were divided into 2 groups and were given a position for or against, and were instructed to develop an argument as a group. Groups agreed on roles and which 2 members would verbally present. During the debate, each team had a turn to present their findings and then afterwards make their concluding statements.
Up on that tree is a blue, slightly pixelated woodcock.
I used authentic formative assessment to try and improve learning outcomes and experiences of written language for my students. Mary Crutch's work about motivating young adolescent writers was hugely influential in this decision. The intervention involved implementing a range of assessment strategies that could be highly differentiated and which empowered student voice. They included reflective quick writes, peer feedback and self-evaluation tasks, and one-on-one teacher-student conferences. It was rewarding to see a clear increase in students' enjoyment of writing as I carried out my inquiry.
We've managed to track down a particularly powerful specimen of a Tay. It's well established that reading improves comprehension, and the best way to read more is to want to read. This guy and this guy show that student voice is a very powerful motivator for literacy, and of course we all enjoy choices, even between 2 evils. In my student-directed reading lessons, students voice how they felt about lessons and how lessons should be, in addition to what to read about. Likert scales indicated that students showed an improvement in their enjoyment of non-fiction reading, and Probe 2 assessments showed an increase in non-fiction comprehension. This is a fully grown Tilton in its natural habitat. Truly a majestic sight.
A self-directed timetable motivated students by providing choice and freedom within their day, and working in collaborative groups grew creativity as students bounced ideas off each other. Conferencing with students helped maintain motivation and allowed student voice to be actionable within the classroom, sometimes altering trajectories, planning next steps, setting goals, and even modifying success criteria. The real-world context provided in problem-based learning encouraged students to think about their writing as part of an exciting process, where often they didn't realise the tasks they were completing were actually writing. Student feedback and end products support my conclusion that these interventions were successful in building enjoyment and confidence.
Collectively, through their teaching as inquiry experiences, these 5 exemplary students honed their pedagogical skills, many of which positively contributed to increase students' confidence and enjoyment of learning.
created using Powtoon.